Bronny can go in front of ESPN.
Nigga, my mama gonna go to war, nigga. I don't give a fuck how old she is or how old I am. So if I got a pops, that nigga don't do this. Well, he better do this. That's right.
Yeah. But now we're opening the door for all of these parents to start coming out and protecting their kids.
If you think that's bad, wait till you see Shador.
Right, it's about to get
Dillon already
none of that. We all saw what we saw. You know what we saw.
That's elementary school.
No.
That's
it's like when you a teammate, he push him like, man, like let's go. He push him like, get off of me. Get off of me. Get off me. No, don't touch me. Was it worth the $30,000? Now? In the moment.
In
that moment.
He was up.
You remember? Was it bingo night or was it? 44. You know what we do on this show, boy. We flow, boy. But I'm gonna keep it high level. This is gonna just give you the beats. And I give you my opinion at the end on all of these topics. But what's going on, the core issue, is the carriage rights fee.
First of all, start off the right way. Exactly. Let me start out like this. This is why I'm broke and you got money. this whole Dak Prescott saga.
What are those? On the field, I got metric after metric. He's a winner. Okay, he's number one in all categories for the Dallas Cowboys first 5 seasons. Off the field, unquestionable character. Like, the only thing you got on Dak Prescott is, I am undefeated.
Oh, come on. And me playing basketball, and I just want to light up.
He's getting up.
And show, yeah, we doing this for real.
He's funny.
I want to go rebound.
This one?
Cut that up, baby. Match. This boy, it's wet time. That's what I do.
I still don't know why this is a pick, except exceptional play by the defender. Look at that. 2 dudes reaching, and then he comes between them and say, let me split this bunk bed. I'm out of here. Shotgun snap, slips. Oh, that's ugly. Sack on your first play ever in the NFL. Y'all know your nightmares came true. You're like, God dang. Oh, yeah, this ain't it. Look at this blitz right here.
I mean, he only knows so much what he's reading off stats, off paper. I mean, everything's good on paper. But I would always love to hear from a player because they play the game.
What about a journalist? Like, being real, NARPs are journalists. Like, you're from that pool, right? So imagine somebody just said, you didn't play the game. I don't want to hear it.
She would have a living room full of people at about 10 p.m. probably every other Friday or Saturday. Come up here and I already know what they want, and I got to sing whatever song I got.
Did you say song. Sing, not rap? You said sing, huh?
Sing. Yeah, they ain't trying to hear no rap. They ain't trying to hear no rap. Yeah.
You think you can do something with that? Hey man, Michael Jordan too light in the tail.
Okay, you know what, big dog?
Yes.
I'm light in the tail. If you want some of this, let's go one-on-one right now.
Let's get it.
Everyone's playing the hits, but I'm a DJ. And one thing I know from my DJing experience is that you don't just play the hits. You play things that people haven't found out about yet. Discovery. Not up to me. I don't have this ego where I'm a buck, talk trash, and be like, yo, I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm gonna be like this. All right, I got enough talent. I got enough belief in me. I know what I want to do. Yep, let me go do it. Wah, wah, wah. Merry Christmas Eve. Golly, I'm old. I remember, boy, the day before Christmas was better than Christmas. Because at least I could sleep this day. Oh, tonight, I ain't sleeping. Oh, man, we used to wake up and we used to just show love by opening up one gift that turned into 2 gifts that turned into all the gifts. And by 12:08, it was a wrap. You wake up Christmas morning, ain't nothing left. Ain't nothing left, but everybody smiling, waiting to play with their remote control car, waiting to get out there and put on their starter jacket, put on that Raiders coat that somebody was gonna jack. Like, where you from, fool? Like, what? My mama gave me this coat. Oh man, love to all you guys out there. Merry Christmas Eve, for real. Y'all know me, I'm jolly. Shit, I'm almost as big as Santa right now. Boy, I'm telling y'all, I got one more day of bad eating. Last night I ordered 2 pizzas, one for the kids and one for me. giving myself that therapy, that surgery food. Man, I had an extravaganza. Got that coupon too. Jesus Lord. Sat there and act like I was in New York and I was folding it up. You know you ain't got to fold no damn little dominoes up. And I was I love going to bed with a big belly and then waking up just like, you always wake up in the middle of the night because, God, heartburn, indigestion, something. One of them big words. And then you wake up, you're like, that is cool. Now, I woke up and I said, let me do this live earlier, get it out the way, because today the kids are going to the movies. We're going to church. We have not been in church as a family in many years, to the point where I think my 5-year-old hasn't been. Now, we're religified around here, but we ain't been in church. So now it's time to put ourselves inside the building, and hopefully it doesn't catch fire because these heathens are walking in there today. Shout out to the Wiley family. Love to everybody out there in the chat. Sean Breezen, what's up, big dog? Love you, Francisco Aguilera. Good morning, big dog. Love you. Love my content. I love it too. And we got some good things coming in the new year. I'm actually playing general manager for this big project. So general manager means you ain't really got a role. You're doing everything, right? I'm not the CEO. I'm not the COO. I'm not the CFO. I'm just doing everything, you know? It's crazy. But if it works, woo! What did Ric Flair say? Woo! If it works. Oh, man, trying to get one of them Charlemagne's off of somebody. So let's see how this is all going to go. So beat it up in the comments, whatever y'all want to talk about, whatever y'all want to go through. I saw some people earlier saying they want to hear a Christmas story. They want to hear how, something about giving and everything. I tell you this, the thing that really sticks out about this season is not just the spirit of giving or receiving. Let's be real. You don't just give gifts. You also like, what you give me? It's just the fact that as the world turns, as the calendar flips, as we go through all this crazy stuff in this world, dog, all the things that put it on different sides, pits us against each other. We're all sports fans. That's why we're here. And you got on a different color jersey. You're an opponent. You're a Goliath. You're a David. Doesn't matter. Like, you get back to this day and it kind of resets you and realizes like, yo, I'm here. No matter what you went through, you may have had the best year ever. You may have had the worst year ever. I tell you, my year is not my worst year, but it's certainly below the median. It ain't my best year. Like, I've had some years where I'm like, thank you, God. Like, you know what I mean? And then I've had some years like this, and I'm still like, thank you, God. Because I'm learning. I'm like, whoa. Them lessons hitting me straight in the face. Wow. But it ain't all bad, and it ain't all good. Like every arena, every stadium you walk in, right? Be real. You don't always get cheered, and you don't always get booed. So this is kind of like a time for me to always hit that hard reset and realize, yo, no matter what I've been through, I'm here. So I got through it. And sometimes you forget that. I lost a lot of friends, natural causes. I lost some friends, homicide, suicide. Say what you want. Some people don't believe that. Some people don't believe this world gonna keep spinning, so I need to keep grinning so I can keep winning. They tap out. Respect to all you guys. Love for all you guys because you're still here. Show some gratitude. All right, now let's get into this damn show. Woo! And then we're going to have some more fun with this. We got some crazy topics today. All right, let's first talk about this one because I know it's a lot of y'all, hey haters. Everybody loves to talk about the NBA. Everybody loves to talk about how it's a whack NBA. I can't stand the NBA. All they do is shoot threes. I can't stand the NBA, and you can tell by the numbers. Nobody likes the NBA. Nobody watching the NBA. NBA sucks. NBA sucks. NBA sucks. Oops. NBA viewership continues to surge under new media rights deals. Now, you know me. I got to play both sides because I got to keep it real and objective. That's my goal. Okay, so that means surging is a choice word. Surge means you could have been really bad and now you're doing all right. Or surge could mean you were really good or great and you're doing excellent, outstanding. So, if you get an F and then you get a C minus, you're surging. So we're not going to go there. But the league's viewership is up 27% versus the same point last year. Hi, haters. NBA shift from a pair of cable-focused media rights agreements to a trio of new deals centered on broadcasting and streaming have had encouraging early returns. So it's a new day, right? New NBA, new day, new media, all that new. So now they shifted to So under the NBA's new set of agreements with ESPN, NBC, and Prime Video, which are killing it, viewership for this season has averaged 1.81 million viewers through last week's NBA Cup, according to the Sports Media Watch. Now, be real. I'm watching more NBA than I usually watch because it's on a Tuesday. What's wrong with me? I can't breathe. It's a Tuesday. Got the hiccups. A Tuesday. And you're like, this is a great. I see Reggie Miller on a Tuesday. Oh, this is dope. You know, I watched that game last night. We were watching the Clippers go against the Rockets. And it's like big time. It ain't like dusty. Like sometimes the midweek games be looking dusty. You be like, dog, are they down at Westchester High School? What the hell is this? So that figure is up 27% compared to the same point last year, right? When much of the media was in a panic over lackluster NBA ratings. Come on now. Come on. I don't mind you rooting for your team, but just admit it when your team is great and admit it when your team sucks. And your argument right now against the NBA sucks because they are rolling, including games that aired on NBA TV. The year-over-year jump is even more significant, increasing by 53% thanks to fewer games airing on a sparsely watched league-owned cable network this season. Primary reason for such a substantial jump, the league would say, is reach. Listen to this, then we get up out of here. The NBA's old broadcast agreement saw the vast majority of games air on either ESPN or TNT. Two cable networks were reach that continues to shrink as consumers cut the cord. You, talking about your ass. Remember that man, the grandpa and Menace and Boys in the Hood? They both was like, yeah, that's some gangsters. This season, the NBA has a regular weekday window on the NBC broadcast network. Seriously, it works. 2 regular streaming windows on Prime Video and Peacock. And in addition to its regular ESPN window. I ain't lying. It's working. Y'all can't lie. It looks brighter, more vivid, more energy. They showed the Clippers. We season ticket holders to the Clippers game. Didn't go last night, obviously, because of my hip situation and because the way my checking and savings work. I don't go to every game, but I go to a lot of games, right? Anyway, we watching. My son, MJ, is like, yo. He don't say yo. This is how I interpret it. He's like, Dad. I was like, what's up? He's like, look at our stadium. He called it stadium. I was like, no, it's arena. But he's like, it's the best in the league. Look at, because we're usually there and we like, wow, it's fresh. You got a little mist coming out the sky. It feels like the ceiling. And you're just looking around like, this is dope. Intuit Dome is sick. If you get a chance, go. Check that box. SoFi and Intuit are the best. LA is winning because they have the newest arena, newest stadium, etc. So you go there, it's insane. You watch it on TV, on these networks? We were sitting there like glued. It was sick and a great game for the Clippers. So at the same point last season, just 2 games had aired on broadcast television with the rest being exclusive to cable, okay? So basically we know what they talking about. NBA is on the rise. So a lot of times we get caught up in the product and we all want to come up with our own narrative, our own meaning, our own conspiracies and say, it's because you got 7-footers shooting 3-pointers and they don't dunk no more and they ain't in the paint. All these things, right? You can huff and puff. LeBron James ruined the NBA. All these things, right? You huffing and puffing because sometimes it's just, it ain't getting out there the right way or it's not getting out there to its full potential. Sounds like we in those conversations, right? You got a dope-ass song. How many times you done heard somebody who could really rap, who's sick with it, who got the best song, and it just ain't hitting the masses? Meanwhile, somebody else who got a good song. It's all right. It's cool. And it's everywhere. Now, one of the most understood things in media of why anything is successful, especially in sports, is not the competition, not the participants, not the players, not any of that. It's the storyline. It's when y'all get into it and y'all like, yo, this storyline is sick. And guess what? We got a storyline that everybody rocking with right now. And some say it's the best in sports.
Tuning in, when you think about the Phoenix Suns, you don't think about Devin Booker right now. You think about Dillon Brooks. I don't give a damn what nobody say. This guy has become one of my favorite players in the NBA. Winning follows him. They hadn't had a leader like him since CP3. He's a culture changer. He's averaging a career high. This is the best one-on-one rivalry in sports. Am I lying?
No,
you're right.
Am I lying? Huh?
No, you're exactly right.
Talking about LeBron James and Dillon Brooks. We're going to get there. We're going to go there.
Fuck y'all over there sniggling and giggling about. You know what I'm saying?
Sniggling? That sounds racist. Wait,
sniggling.
So is Richard sniggling and Allie is giggling?
Well, riding our bulls, okay?
No, but what I'm saying
Allie,
is,
that's you.
Hey, we all agree that's the best This is the best individual rivalry in sports. We look forward to this. We look forward to Dillon Brooks and Braun tonight. And shout out to the Phoenix Suns, because I didn't believe y'all was going to be shit this year.
Blah, blah, blah. Call me a sniggler. I don't know what he called us. Here's the thing. Beat it up in the comments. Dillon Brooks ain't playing. LeBron ain't playing. LeBron never plays. This is one thing I don't want to do in this rivalry is acting like, oh, Dillon Brooks is getting the best of LeBron. Yeah, his team beat him. Right? But I don't want to do that because LeBron always shows up and Dillon Brooks is showing up too. He's always showed up with intensity, but now he's bringing the production with it to a new level, and you got to respect it. Simple as that. But that's what sells it. Our next topic, y'all going to be like, nah, ain't nobody tripping on no Dillon Brooks. And yes, you are. You're always into it when you know you got a little beef. That's why rivalry games are so important. That's why they always move the needle. When you know somebody on one team hates the other player, it moves the needle. When somebody got traded from one team to the other, Micah Parsons going back to Dallas, we like, huh? We got to watch that. Like, you literally circle it. We like encounters, drama, beef, whatever you want to call it. And you don't have to run from it. It's okay. Like, half of this population is wired to always say, I am the one. I am the one. You know, like, men, our testosterone is literally built. What's inside of it, inside this essential ingredients is just, I'm better than you. I can and you cannot. Come on now. I got a little boy. I'm raising a little boy. This little boy is starting to act like, what? I'm like, what? And it's real. You can just see the doses of competition laced in there. Intensity. It's crazy. Real spit. They play no games. Locked in. What's up now, partner? Give a damn who you are. I ain't calling you no king. Oh, I tell my kids all the time, all the little kids I coach, I say, look, this is the only safe space for you to be crazy. Now, y'all using it in flip. Y'all crazy on your iPads. Y'all crazy when you in the car. Y'all crazy when y'all at home with your brother and sister. Y'all crazy when you in school. You need to be crazy on this field, on this court. If you crazy right here, nobody tripping. Oh, it's all good. Now, there's some lines you can't cross, unnecessary roughness, but let's go. Let's test it. Let's blur that line. Instead, the kids be like, I want to be liked. That's my friend. He has my Robux. What? Got your Robux? Shut up. Beat him up. Then go say, DG, good game. GG, good game. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. And you can see it happening in doses. When that puberty hit and that voice drop and them jewels drop, oh, you got you a man. And we got us a rivalry right here because now we got silliness like this happening. You got intensity, you got silliness, you got everything you need. Dog, when the last time you seen this happen at the free throw line? Come on, y'all, walk with me. Look at this. Dude is standing there, LeBron about to shoot the free throws. You know he nervous as hell. He still got them in his head. He goes out. Okay, good. Everybody. I gotta love it. This shit is the best. Call him what you want. I see you, Sam, 5374. He weird. I'm sorry. Oh, well, give me that type of weird all day. One more time. Hey, first of all, when you miss free throws, stop slapping hands, NBA players. But if you make it, okay, but what y'all women's volleyball players always need community? That's one reason I don't like watching women's volleyball. Every other reason I love it. You know, I love it. But I hate when they always, every damn play, hey, girl, what you do? Hey, that was good. That was a good dig. Nice set. Oh. Or they get spiked in the face. They're like, it's okay, girl. You're going to be okay. Stop hulling up. Just go play. Jesus, I hate women's volleyball for that. Men do it too, but the women really be hugging. Oh, it's the worst. It's the worst. But what's the best is we got storyline now. We got Braun. We got Dillon Brooks. We got KD just sniping at everybody. I got so much content on guys one-on-one battles, talking about each other's wives and girlfriends, saying, look, let the ball answer the question. Stop talking. Let's start walking. So that's what's happening. The NBA is bubbling up because the NBA got in front of the NFL in terms of them allowing their content to be shared. You do an NFL video, the feds will be at your house. I know this personally. You do an NBA video, they are sending you like plaques and certificates. You getting one of those, let's see that right there? That YouTube, they sending you that, the NBA sending you that. More. They want you to share their content because they want to show these personalities that are out there. They want to show how big the sport is and how they really went through a false narrative. A lot of people got bitter. Let's be real. A lot of cats made a lot of money in the NBA. Excuse me. They were great players. But if you look back at those contracts, like Jordan was breaking the bank 1 year, $33 million. That was in the late 90s, y'all. Early 2000s, killing it. And then you look up, Scrubs is getting that. Mm-hmm. If you the top dog, you making 70-something. I'm about to choke. 70-something million right now in your lifetime. They didn't handle it as well as the NFL players. Let's just say that. Because they got on the mic and the bitterness was leaking out, which led to a false narrative about how this game today is not as good. When we all know they're way better athletes. Oh, they're not as good players. I'd rather roll the dice on a better athlete as a better player than a worse athlete as a better player. Oh, he know the game. Shut up. That's what they always tell you when you're growing up and you playing against a sorry-ass team. Be careful because they're more disciplined. How can I can be disciplined and athletic. No. You can't have them both. Usually you don't have them to the same degree. But the point is, he ain't got it just because he ain't athletic. That era wasn't as athletic. They had dudes out there that couldn't move, couldn't run, and they were just fouling out. Be real. Okay? They had centers over there guarding Jordan. Like, oh. Now you put a center on the guard, and they like, good luck. Good luck getting by Wemby. That sucker go, whop. So, look, I don't want to do that. I'm just saying that's what led to the narrative of the NBA sucks and the NBA ain't it. And, you know, you can name them, too. Like, Shaq really always leads with the money. He like, that dude don't deserve that money. Okay, maybe he doesn't, Shaq, but that doesn't mean that the NBA sucks because he got that money. It's just like, I understand one train of thought, but not the conclusion. I understand why you got there, but you're in the wrong spot. Okay, simple as that. So, man, it's crazy. Cats be acting stupid. Cats be lying. And then the numbers come out and you be like, just like this story. After I beat it up in the comments, Amicus as King says, Wiley live in the morning while I'm at work is a great time. I see you, big dog, over there getting that double dip, huh? You getting some entertainment and you getting paid. That's like, tell me where you work, where you could pull this off. What jobs y'all have where y'all be like, on your phone, y'all be like this? I see. And you don't somebody work with you? They ain't tripping? Oh, man, love. All right, let's get into this topic because this is kind of parallel to what we just said in the NBA. People be lying. People be acting like, it sucks. Ain't nobody tripping. It's the worst. Yeah, y'all be saying that about Jake Paul. Y'all be saying about all this exhibition boxing, Y'all be saying it, but then I'll be watching what y'all be doing. They ain't the same. What is this? The most watched boxing matches of the 21st century. And if you like me, everyone got tripped up on that when they were growing up. Like, what that mean? That means in the 2000s, all right? Everybody had to go back. Remember that when you first heard that? You're like, 21st century. Like, it's 2025. What you mean? Nah, it means from 2000 to today, the most watched boxing matches. Peep game. Let's start at the bottom, shall we? Walk with me. That's Mayweather. That's McGregor. Remember in 2017? First of all, we getting old. That felt like maybe 3 years ago. Damn, that was 8 years ago? I don't remember it being that far away. But look, 4.3 million U.S. pay-per-view buys. Remember, like pay-per-view used to be what, $79.99, $99.99. So let's say $100, right? And you got 4.3 million of those buys, right? So you just add 2 more zeros. So you do the math, right? 4.3, then you go 43, and then you go 430 million. Whoa, a lot of money. A lot of money. Say, now we thought, I mean, when they had that fight, Mayweather, what did Mayweather get? Like, wasn't it like 150 million or something crazy? And we were like, damn. And Conor got 100 to the point where we were like, or that was the one he got 250. Mayweather got like 150 and a 250. I just remember those numbers. And McGregor got so much money, he stopped knowing how to fight in the UFC. He started making liquor companies. He just started wilding out. He got too much money, and he already had money, so you know it was a lot, right? Anyway, oh man, Mayweather-Pacquiao was even bigger. And that was earlier, right? So you come back in this one, everybody like, oh, close. Uh-oh, I'm saying the wrong thing to somebody. Uh-oh, that's ghetto. Okay, I'm going to get out of that because I don't know what just happened, but that ain't right. Last time I unplugged it and it came back. I hope it come back. So you, Mayweather in 2015, and you have that kind of situation where you got 4.6 million pay-per-views. Look at me trying to stall. And then it pops. And then you come back 2 years later and hit a 4.3. Totally justifying your name as Money Mayweather. What the hell, right? Everybody like, God dang, dog, you are it. And then that turns into, nah, I'm more than that. I'm more than that. But you see his name twice. You see Conor, you see Pacquiao, they nicknames ain't money. But then you're like, yo, what the hell? Is he that big time? Yes, he is. He justified it. I told you guys the story before of how Mayweather and I did a panel together. I did it with Layla Ali. How random is this? Floyd Mayweather, who was pretty boy at the time, and me. Is because we all knew the same guy who put it together. That's how my random. But I was balling at that time, so I was a NFL star. So they had me on the panel of this. Look at it, came back. Now if it go out again, we're gonna do it again. All right, so look. That's the same dude. He the man. He's twice. You once, Conor. You once, Manny. I used to see Manny Pacquiao training at the bottom of Wild Card. I don't care what you see on TV, y'all. Them punches are faster than you think. He was in there doing, it felt like a Karate Kid filming. He was, yeah, your son. It was crazy. All right, then you get into some weird territory, but respect the gangster. One, you're going to see the network and the distribution change. Netflix. What do they have now? 200 and some million subscribers? I don't know the exact number. Beat it up in the comments. Let me know. But times, how much we paying now for Netflix? I don't even know. Some things you just don't even look at because you know you need it. What was it, $15.99, $20.99? Let's say 20. Jesus. A month. Huh? That's 240 a year. Huh? 200 million people. Huh? They making, I mean, billions a month? Anyway, Paul Joshua. That face is interesting. That's Jake Paul. Okay, whatever. Oh, wow. Distribution changes, so things do change. This is not apples to apples. This is not analogous, but it does give you perspective. And Anthony Joshua, what? Now, be real. And I used to be the super fan of Anthony Joshua because he was so gigantic and yoked. And he was great as a boxer. Then he lost a couple, and then I was like, all right, whatever. But still, sick. Love it, love what he does. But these two names above that face, Floyd, twice? Wow. So you got to give props to the distribution and also props to, y'all made y'all a fight. Y'all got the world interested. The world, as Mac 10 would say, the world is yours, homie, get back. And then you got Canelo and Crawford. We just went through that. That was this year. Now, you can understand Canelo because he, Mexican and a beast and was the chosen one, all that. Even though Floyd knocked him down young, still that. Knocked him down a peg or two. Like, y'all need to calm down. And Terrence Crawford, of course. But you always looked at Terrence Crawford like in the scope of he was going to be like Andre Ward, where you're like insane greatness, but they ain't going to ever reward you. He like the game, the rapper, the game. Like you insane, but they ain't going to give you your props like they should. Number 2. Look at number 1. This is crazy. Now, you expect Mike Tyson to be there, but not at that age. That picture ain't that picture, is it? Well, maybe. Not at 60. You expected Mike Tyson to be up there at what, 20-something? And look at that face again. So peep the commonalities. That guy is that guy. That guy is that guy. You know what's crazy? Jake Paul is great for boxing. Ain't that crazy? You cannot. I won't deny it. I won't deny it. I won't deny. You can't deny it. Now, everybody wants to move the goalpost. He a YouTuber. He rigging the fights. He rigging the fights?
I'll ask you this question not because I believe the question, but just for the record, just so you can say it. Was there any discussion, any agreement about, hey, you need to get the fight into this round, you need to carry him for X amount of rounds, you need to do your part to get it into the 5th, 6th, or whatever?
Absolutely no way ever. I mean, if you look at a couple of the right hands that AJ missed with in the first couple of rounds, like they would have done the same job on Jake's jaw if they would have landed. And Jake did very well to avoid them. So I always said going into the fight, AJ's not the kind of guy that's going to come out like a train, just start swinging away. He's going to take his time, and that's what he did. You know, the fight definitely went a few more rounds than anticipated from Anthony, but it's like even now, it's like, yeah, it was definitely a fix. Some guy commented today on one of my posts, yeah, it was definitely a fix. I go, you do know that he's broken his jaw in 2 places. Like, he may never be able to fight again. People aren't really talking about this. People just think, oh, you just get your jaw wired, bolted together by a couple of screws, and on you go. There have been many fighters who have had their jaws broken that never boxed again. And they're like, yeah, oh, no, that might have been real, that bit. But the other stuff, it's like, we're not actors here, you know? Like, it was 100% real. There was never any strategy, any deal, any script. AJ wanted to land clean as soon as possible. Unfortunately, the only time he landed really clean was in the 6th round. And unfortunately, that happened to Jake. We didn't want that to happen to Jake. You know, ultimately, we wanted to win and get it over with. But that's the dangers that he took and the risk that he was in the fight. And, you know, we hope he can heal up.
Blah, blah, blah. Y'all believe him? I hear y'all. Look, if I'm a juror right now, he's right and he wins off a reasonable doubt. But I'm not convinced. I'm not holistically 100% saying he's telling the truth. I just not. Because Anthony Joshua, I think under different circumstances, if the fire and urgency was under him, like he was fighting somebody he was really threatened by, he would have attacked more, right? Think about it. Those missed punches. You know, everybody's saying they pulling punches. Nah, you do miss. Like if a dude has been training and he's worth his weight in salt to any degree, he can make you miss. Come on. I mean, especially heavyweights. Not to diss, but heavyweights throw fast but slower than other weight classes, right? Remember George Foreman? He's sending a message. It's a fax. You're getting a facsimile before it comes and hits you. But when it hits you, Lord duck. You better get out the way. So I believe most of what he's saying. You got to respect. And sometimes this is just a mutual understanding, unspoken. You just get it. Like, come on, dog. Come on, dog. You know what this is. You know? Come on. Come on now. Like, we ain't even got to say much. We ain't got to write this down. We ain't got to say this. Just don't go in there and get an 8-second knockout. That does nothing for this event. It does nothing for this business. It does nothing for this sport of boxing. And for all you people who are beating up in the comments, and I see it, a lot of people are like, yo, this is not good for the sport of boxing. You're lying. Randy Marsh, 66. Great for money, not for boxing. Why I think you're not telling the truth, why I push back, is because how was boxing going before this? Think about it. Think about it. What was the biggest thing going? I mean, it's just so fractured. It was so disjointed. Belts meant nothing. Belts meant nothing to the point where Terrence Crawford, first of all, said, forget your WBC belt. Then he retired on him after he got paid. You think if it was an organized, structured, functional, successful, with a vision, great forecast sport, you gonna retire at the top like that? No, you keep riding. Come get this. Now, I think he's going to unretire once somebody else sticks their head above water and says, I am formidable, but that's another conversation. Boxing been a mess. I mean, going back to when Max and Marcellus, we used to talk about it, and Max used to be like, yo, I mean, this is what, 2015, 2016 at the latest? He used to always say it on air and off air, like, no, they messing around. All you can look at is Ring Magazine to know who's really good, and everything else is just BS belts. And Cash was all over the place. We losing great fighter after great fighter. Then you seeing fighters have to do these weak exhibition matches. Don't forget how many times we had to see Roy Jones just go out there and somewhere, Tuscaloosa, you look, where's Roy Jones fighting? And who is he fighting? And why are they both out of shape? And yuck. And Jake Paul took that and dusted that off and said, nah, we ain't gonna do that to our legends. It's almost like he doing a versus. But the versus is me, the YouTuber, or my brother Logan, and our curiosity factor. Like, we ain't no punks. Say what you want. We may not be the best fighters. We ain't no punks. We in here. And if you ever been in the boxing ring, no punk allowed. You may get punked, but no punk getting in there. Dog, them dudes, Jesus. So good for them for growing the sport, or at least resuscitating the sport. And don't act like this vehicle wasn't there, because Roy Jones was doing it. I would hear little things Floyd would do here and there. Pacquiao. They be over there. They be in Venezuela one time fighting somebody. You be like, what? They be over there in China fighting somebody. You're like, what? Be real. That was a model they were doing. We saw it back in Rocky IV, Thunderlips. Now, they were doing it, and they took it, and not only did they take it and make it viable, they made it the best thing that boxing has right now. What? If y'all don't start giving out props, man, you're going to die of Haterville. Now, tell me if this is real or not. I don't know. And I'm not afraid. I don't have the ego. I will put something out and then be like, if it's wrong, it's wrong. I'm like old school. Like, you could clown. You could clown back. It's okay. I'm not a journalist. But I saw this and I was like, is this real?
Out tonight, man. I gave everything I had in there. I tried to keep swinging even when I couldn't feel my face. My jaw's shot. Doctor says it's broken. They're wrapping my head up, stitched me here. I don't know. I did my best.
Is that real? Beat up in the comments. Whatever it is, it hurt. And everybody acting like, look, everybody telling me he bad for the sport, he whack, he this, he that. You getting your jaw broke to fake the funk? I'm asking you. I'm just asking. You know what I mean? You getting your jaw broke to fake the funk? For all that money? I'll get my jaw broke too for all that money. Don't know about that. Don't know about that. So beat it up in the comments. Let's talk about it. All right, so Sir Alexander is saying people talk about Devin, but he will fight. It's hard to have conspiracy. This is what I saw the Dave Chappelle comedy special. Did y'all see it? A lot of the theme was conspiracy theories. Beat up in the comments, but be real. The reason I don't believe most conspiracy theories, damn near all of them, is just because it's nearly impossible to get a gathering of people together on the same page, talking about the same thing in agenda and keep it secret and hidden. People like to share info. There's always an anonymous source. There's always somebody who knows somebody. It's always somebody pillow talking. It's always somebody getting their nipples rubbed and, oh yeah, girl, this. It's always somebody. I know I've been that guy before. You ain't even had to do nothing to me. If I wanted it out, it's getting out. This ain't even snitching. This is just like, dog, why are you keeping it secret? Like in the NFL, everybody knows your salary. Then you get to media, no one wants to talk about their deal. Man, give a damn. I can't spend your money knowing that you got the money. Like, it's the dumbest thing alive. It can do nothing but help other people use you, stand on your shoulders. Oh, you got that much over there? Oh, shoot, my comps are good now. I'm going to use this to get that over there. And then next thing you know, when it's your turn to go up again, you getting more. Instead, don't tell them. Punks, busters, Mark. Remember that? Oh, man. Let's do it. All right, this is interesting. This came out of left field, kind of. I won't say full left field. I'll say center left. I ain't expect this.
Now, a lot of the fans are thinking it's a little stale in Baltimore and they might need to switch things up a little bit because right now, playoff hopes are bleak. They're probably not going to be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So they got to make some changes. So, Skip, is it time for Ravens to move on from John Harbaugh?
Before he answers, objection, Your Honor. She leading the witness. Sustained. Why do we have to make changes because we don't make the playoffs? Think about that. You don't make the playoffs. It could be some great explanations, reasons. Lamar Jackson in and out the lineup. We have some issues with Derrick Henry and his mental and his fumbling to a degree. Let's not exaggerate it. We need a little more. Maybe you need more instead of taking away, instead of saying less. I don't know. Just, I just caught that.
It is.
Ooh.
I've thought that for several weeks, and I like John Harbaugh, and I love what he's accomplished in Baltimore, but this is year 18 for John Harbaugh, 18 years. He started when he was 46. He's now 63. And they got to and won the one Super Bowl against his brother. That was off the 2012 season, so it's a long time ago. Since then, John Harbaugh is 4-7 in the postseason. They've made the playoffs 7 times in the last 13 years, which means they're about to miss it 6 times. So 6 times in 13 years they have missed the playoffs. And as I said before, they're 3-6 at home this year. They do feel stale to me, like they need a new voice in the locker room. And John's still got a lot of game left. It's the classic case where he needs to go somewhere else and get a fresh start, change scenery, and they need a fresh start with new motivation. There are too many times this year when they just didn't show up.
Which is an NFL history, and please don't take my word for it. I will show you some numbers to support that. But why does it seem stale? If you got a quarterback, you got a chance. He has a quarterback. However, his quarterback hasn't had every chance to go out there. Something's going on with Lamar Jackson that I've coined and talked about many a times, and unfortunately, it's racial. But something happens to the black quarterback in their career because of the history of the position and the headwind and opposition of playing a certain style, going way back to Warren Moon or even before. You go to Shaq Harris. But the point is, when we start seeing black quarterbacks, and then that morphed into mobile quarterbacks, even white quarterbacks started to feel the pressure of, you better not be running. They even said it in Ebonics. They didn't say, you better not run. They say, you better not be running. They told John Elway that. They told Steve Young that. They ain't black. But the black quarterbacks really feel the weight. To the point where and I've had this personal conversation, so please, what I've said on ESPN, Fox, and here on YouTube is not the depth of what I've had this conversation. I've had this conversation with the people, McNabb and them. Like, hey, dog, I don't know why you stopped running so much, but that was dumb. Like, what you doing? I play defense. When I put my hand in the dirt and I know you can do everything, that's a problem for me. But when I put my hand in the dirt and I realize, you going under some psychological pressure where all of a sudden now all you want to do really is throw the ball, which is the best option. It's the path of least resistance. Absolutely. But please don't take away from that mobility, because when you are running that ball going sideways, I remember talking to Ben Roethlisberger about it. Ben Roethlisberger didn't have the pressure because he was white. But Ben Roethlisberger used to be moving around that pocket. Remember, it was impossible to sack that fool. I met him my rookie year. He wasn't born. His rookie year, and we just connected and all that stuff. I was like, dog, he my size, and he's just doing this. And taking 28 seconds in the pocket, but dart, right? Best of both worlds. But something happens with the black quarterback. And something going on with Lamar Jackson, whether it's the real injuries yelling at him, his body's yelling at his mind like, hey, chill, stop running. Or he under that fog of, I'm going to prove to everybody. Because it's happened in the playoffs. I've seen a playoff game or two from Lamar. I'm like, dog, if you don't run, you just saw him run. Everybody at home that's slow and fat as hell like me, run. And he's like, nope, gonna throw it. Andrews, catch, drop. Why'd you run? It's real. It happens to all of them. They get into this little zone. You can even hear them saying in press conferences, like they gonna get an apple and give it to their teacher. Like they get teacher's pet. They just say, yeah, I'm really working on my pocket presence and awareness. And what? You're a damn good quarterback. You don't want 2 MVPs. Nobody want to hear that. Just keep quarterbacking. Like E40 said, quarterbacking. But they get into that zone. So John Harbaugh's the problem for all that? That lands on John Harbaugh? That's on John Harbaugh? Okay. Well, this is on John Harbaugh too, since you want to put everything on it. Don Shula, number 1 in wins, okay? Go Don Shula, the Miami Dolphins. George Halas. Look at these names. This is Mount Rushmore. Bill Belichick. Get your money, okay? Andy Reid, Tom Landry. Oh, that hat. Curly Lambeau. They named a field after him. Stop playing with me. Paul Brown, Marty Schottenheimer, my coach. He coached me. You know what I'm saying? Chuck Noll, Mike Tomlins. Put some respect on Tomlin's name. Never a losing season. Never. Dan Reeves. Orange Crush. My dog. Chuck Knox. These are names. This is my era. And a little before. Sean Payton out there eating in Denver again. John Harbaugh. Wait a minute. He right there? Above Mike McCarthy? Shaggy? I can go deeper, but the point is, where you going? You get rid of John Harbaugh, all you're going to do is have you a Sean Payton conversation. Damn, he over there killing it. Get rid of Mike Tomlin and see what's going to happen. Damn, Mike over there killing it. Let Andy Reid go. And see, the reason they don't even want to let Andy Reid go because he don't step in it. You know, Andy Reid has had all those family and personal issues and redemption, and he's just a nice, great guy, so people don't even want to say the same thing about Andy Reid. But he ain't making the playoffs this year. Well, yeah, Skip. It's time to get rid of Andy Reid. Well, no, because John Harbaugh won a Super Bowl. I know it's been a while, but it ain't been that long. There's some coaches that ain't won one. Get rid of their asses. Get rid of all the coaches that ain't won a Super Bowl first before you start talking to me, if I'm John Harbaugh. Man. Super. All right, Amicus As King says, I agree. Stick with what you're great at, and his scrambling ability is elite. Yards are yards. Yeah, they get into their own heads, brother. It's sad to see. It's really sad to see. I know it. I know it from watching film. I know it from playing against him, and I also know it from listening to him. Like I actually, you know, me on this show, same thing. I listen. I talk a lot. I listen more. I'm listening to every word, every choice word. I'm like, you about to go out there and start throwing it way more than you need to? Like, first of all, you don't even got to tell us your recipe. Just play. Sometimes, some games it's going to be 80-20 passing to running. Some games it's going to be 60-40. Whatever it takes. But you to have this predicted formula already, it's always leading to disaster. I've seen it happen to the best of them. It happens every time. Okay, speaking of happening all the time, let's go back to this conversation because people said that it was going to be a problem. It was going to be a problem in Lakerville once LeBron James came back. And I said, why? They was like, well, it's simple. Here's the quote. Many of us said it would happen. Now, here we are. Shoot. That's the dots right there, the ellipses. Shoot. Lakers' first 19 games, they 15-4. Last 10 games, they 5-5. More LeBron's offensive numbers increase and he's integrated into the offense, the worse off the Lakers become as a team. LeBron at 41 is a chemistry killer. Really? Can't disagree. Numbers talk. BS walk.
Gave a little bump and Gabe went flying and he stepped back and knocked down the jumper.
And I know Laker fans, this is about as bad as it gets when Brooks is the guy doing damage to the purple and gold. 27 assists for Phoenix on 39 baskets.
Lakers want a timeout and the officials don't see JJ out on the court. 49 seconds left in the third, so the second and third quarters have basically belonged to the Suns.
Let that old man have a Coke and a smile during the timeout and shut the unk up. What Eddie Murphy said. Hey, have a Coke and a smile and shut the fuck up. All right, now, the hate continues, shall we? Or the criticism, or the truth. You tell me. But I got to read it in that voice again, Laker fan voice. LeBron says he checks his stat sheet every time he goes to the bench and admits he cares about his stats while lying about not going into a game to try to keep his 10-point streak going. I don't know how anybody can respect a clown who cares about his stats so much he'd rather focus on being efficient and not lowering his field goal percentage than actually winning. Shaking my head, homie. Shaking my head. This is why he should never be mentioned with real greats like Kobe and Jordan. I know this guy. That guy wears that same baggy velour sweatsuit with the Jordans on. Oh, God, let's listen.
I'm a guy that goes to the bench, and I like to look at the stat sheet. I like to look at, team turnovers, my personal turnovers, fast break points, what we're giving up, points off turnovers, whatever the case may be. And I look what I'm shooting from the field. Like, I like to be super efficient. I'd be lying to say that I don't know how many points I have at any given moment of the game. But I don't go in a game. I never went into the game during the streak saying, okay, I have to get 10 points. Like, I have to keep this streak going. It would be a disservice to me in the way I play the game. And it showed in how the streak ended on how I've always played the game. It's just, how can we win?
Blah, blah, blah. Let me be the judge at the Olympics and say, LeBron, you didn't stick that landing like you could have and you should have. That's the end of that. You're supposed to let us say for you, right? You're just supposed to say, look, I know how many points I got all the time, so it is what it is. I want to be in the know. I want to be in the now and the know. Every coach says that. Every player should know that. Now, don't scoreboard watch. That means don't be stuck in that moment. If you're down, you're low in energy. If you're up, you think it's all good. None of that. But know what you got. Okay, let's give you football. You don't know how many touchdowns you got? You don't know how many sacks you got? Yeah, but it's a different sport. Okay, in basketball. You don't know you just went wet. As my son knows, I always say when he shoot, everyone says Kobe, respect. I say Durant. Wow. Hit that back of that damn rim, whoop, go straight down. Durant. You don't know that? You don't know you got 22? You don't see them dudes when they're going down, when it's a half-court offense set and they on defense, you don't see them always doing this? I'll be into it dome watching. They be like this. They do two things. They look in the crowd, where's she at? They be having some heat. Basketball games different than football games. Good Lord. Them girls be dressing up. I'm like, where are you going? Are we on the way to where you going? You just doing a pit stop or is this the destination? Fancy. I seen 20-carat rings on. I'm like, what? Oh, man. Crazy. And they be looking good, and some of them just be strippers. It's just whatever. Stripper look. Whatever stripper look is, that. And then you be like, and they in the middle of the game, they doing this. They be putting their hands on their knees and pulling their shorts down and looking. And they just be looking. They be acting like they gazing into the crowd. They be looking. Heat. They doing heat check. And then they do this. They look up. Heat check. Oh. Third quarter, 22. Okay. Now, y'all can say, oh, that's because they gambling. They over here rigging the games. Man, look, you ever play sports? You know what you got. Jesus. How you know you got a bad game before the game? Move your feet. And you looking at him, and he can't see his feet with his fat ass. Shut. Oh, I'll be cursing people out of my head. I'm like, I know this one dude. He got to be the worst athlete ever. Like, when he walks, he looks like he can't walk. And he healthy. And he be yelling, what are you doing? I'm like, what are you doing? You can't even walk to the snack stand. Oh, my God. All right, so beat it up in the comments. Tell me what you think. It's crazy, right? Y'all still talking about Lamar. That's why he smirked. J-Mo D said that's why he smirked. Yeah, it's real spit. Now, I love this site, Legends. This dude breaks down all this kind of like the drama and stuff, the crazy stuff that we all see. He be breaking it down, and he broke this one down. Check this out.
During a timeout, Draymond Green got into a heated argument with Steve Kerr. There was a lot going on, so let's break it down. With a few minutes into the second half, Draymond was frustrated with the officiating. He thought the Warriors weren't getting any calls, and turnovers started to pile up. Curry threw the ball out of bounds after Draymond didn't roll, and then Draymond passed it to the opposing team. A clear path foul was called, and Draymond was pissed. He went directly to the officials and let them know. Kerr tried to get Draymond to move on, but he didn't listen. He shook his head in disappointment as the Magic scored another bucket in the paint. Kerr called a timeout and Draymond kept talking to the referees. Pat Spencer tried to hold him back, but Draymond wasn't having it. During the timeout, Kerr called him out for his lack of effort. Draymond was already amped up, so he said, Kerr knew where this was heading, so he stood up for himself. He said, "Hey Draymond, if you don't want me to talk to you, then go home." Moses Moody tried to cool Draymond off, saying, "Come on, man. Come on, Dre." He kept repeating the same thing as Kerr tried to talk to him one last time. He said, "How am I supposed to coach you, Dre? I told you." Draymond was trying to control himself, but once Kerr told him he wouldn't play again, he had enough. Draymond stood up and walked away from the huddle as Kerr said, "Okay, alright." Draymond went directly to the locker room and Kerr quickly took a sip of his water after all that yelling. The Warriors went on a crazy run after this as Curry led the way with 26 points. As the fourth quarter began, Draymond came back to the bench in street clothes. The Warriors came out with the win and Kerr explained the situation.
Yeah, we got into it obviously, and I took the timeout just because I thought we lost our focus there a little bit, and he made his decision to go back to the locker room to cool off, and that's all I'm going to say about it.
Would you have gone back to them?
No, he wasn't going back in.
That's how bad things got, and Draymond also gave his input.
Temper spilled over, and I just thought it was best that I got out of it. I don't think there was a situation where it was going to get better.
What caused the argument?
Basketball. People lose their emotions sometimes. It happens. It is what it is. You're with people for a long time. There's a level of comfort, and shit happens. We move forward.
In the end, the Warriors are still in the playoff race, and there has been no disciplinary action taken yet.
Blah, blah, blah. Is that a real person or AI? Whatever it is, he be breaking it down in good sequence, so I like it. I've went to him, and I'm going to keep going to him. Point being, Draymond says something there, like comfort. I don't know how comfortable it is. It usually doesn't end up being comfortable for the player at the end of these altercations. So Draymond goes through that, and everybody's like, well, what really is the beef? Like Steve Kerr's like, look, I keep it in-house. Even Draymond's like, it was basketball. Well, we got a little more intel to what really happened.
I'm hearing, too, that Draymond's a little frustrated with having to guard centers and having to guard guys that are 40, 50 pounds heavier than him on a nightly basis.
Well, he's always got the ball in his hands, though. That's why he runs their offense. So he's going to have more turnovers. He's always there. They just don't have the same margin for error that they have had. Absolutely.
I'm hearing.
Blah, blah, blah. So, Draymond like, look, dog, I'm getting older. You know the margin of error for me and we is different, and you keep putting this on me? So they having a disagreement of philosophy. Now we know who's going to end up winning that argument, right? It's going to be Coach. But that argument ain't the best argument. It's about what it means to a team, what it means to teammates, and how they went out there and played, as Steve Kerr even said, one of their best games this year. Without you, Draymond, you never want them to look that good without you, because then their imaginations turn to reality. They're like, oh, okay, off season, maybe not. But let's hear somebody who, let's just say, has a vested interest in this conversation talk through it. Let's go.
He didn't hear some shit he wanted to hear. He went to his fucking room.
Took his ball.
He took his ball and went to his room. He's 35. No, you're a 35-year-old grown-ass man, Nick.
Ain't that the mature thing?
No, it's not, Nick. It's a shut the fuck up in that moment.
You the player, he the coach. Just sit up there, sit there.
Why you think Stackhouse, other coaches went over there trying to listen?
Relax, bro.
Just.
I agree with the walking away.
Just shut the fuck up.
No, I agree with the walking away though, too, though.
It's both things, right? You walked away so you would shut the fuck up, right?
Yes.
So why not have the discipline in that moment to do the exact same thing? Just sit there and be like, maybe because I don't.
Or just stand outside the huddle.
No, just. Go
ahead. Did he come back out?
And didn't play.
Yeah, he tried.
I took him. I know. He left the bench. He don't leave the bench. He's still in the game.
Yeah, he just stand outside the huddle.
He was in the huddle. Nick, the timeout was called, right? He's part of the five that the coach is talking to, right? They get into it. You're still in the game.
We don't know. He probably subbed him out.
But he had to, because he left the bench, Nick.
He walked away and came back, though. That's what I'm saying. In the fourth quarter.
And like Steve Kerr said, after he left the bench, right? So he's not finna put you back in the game.
When as an angry person, walking away, I would feel like that's the more mature thing to do.
No, it's not.
I'm a fighter.
No,
Okay.
he's not a fighter.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's not a fighter.
Well, as
Go
a
ahead.
person
Go ahead,
like
go ahead.
y'all standard, y'all get
not a
mad
fighter.
over anything.
He's not a fighter.
For real, y'all get mad.
No.
So if I'm being mature enough to walk away, that's mature to me. I came back out and celebrated my team.
Nick, so I put myself in a situation.
I agree with that too.
You was on the team with me, right? You played on the team with me.
Yeah, but I'm just
So
saying.
this is the thing.
I agree with that.
I'm looking at it in similar lenses, right? I'm looking at it in similar lenses. Like, I had my thing with George. Yes, I threatened to beat George Karl up at halftime. In the back. I didn't do it. Listen, was I mad enough on that bench to do it, Nick? 1,000% I was mad enough to go right down there to the end of that bench and say exactly what I said to him in the back. I'm saying? I didn't do it in front of everybody. I went in the back and did it. It was me and him.
But
I knew I wasn't going to play for the rest of the game. So,
I think first time though. But
like,
first time.
Blah, blah, blah. So to put a button on this, because I think this is the fascinating part of sports. That's why we started this show off with storyline and how ratings really show that your behavior is based off of these storylines, these interactions, these personalities. What really goes on, you know, the other 21 hours of the day, or within those 3 hours of them having a contest, having a game, what they really talking about, what they really saying, how they really act. When you a backup, how you really ain't rooting for old dude to ball out because you trying to get yours. You know what I mean? That stuff. And in this situation, it's crazy to hear, but it's real. They're arguing it's more mature to have an altercation with your coach and walk away. Sometimes you got to go, there are two places that give you clarity in this world. The wild, like, you know, nature, and youth, like when you're a kid. So let's just say this. Is it okay if you coaching a little kid and then that kid, you first of all, talking back, and you're like, I can't believe this. But it happens because some of them are enabled by their parents. Like, you better not talk to my kid like that. You better not say nothing to my boy like that. Or their mama just looking over there with her hand on him. You better play him. All that kind of stuff, right? So you're hearing the kid woof way too much because you know his mama is ignorant. Daddy ignorant. Uncle's ignorant. So you letting the kid say way too much. Or you the coach like me, like, look, there's other teams out here, dog. I don't need none of y'all. It ain't that deep. Seriously, I'm here coaching because I want to help and make y'all the best y'all can be and make sure my son is learning the right things. And if this is a team of one, which includes my son, it is. But the rest of y'all ain't gonna talk to me old kind of crazy way. Never. But kid walks away. Is that mature? He ain't dealing with the encounter. He ain't dealing with the altercation. He didn't handle it maturely. Like, so ain't no way a grown man, let's advance it, is gonna walk away and that's the mature thing to do. No. This ain't too hot for you to handle because you made it hot. You cooked this. This is your stove. You got 2 burners, I got 2 burners. Now it's too hot. You gotta walk away? Oh, that's fine. See, we letting these roles get out of control, right? I don't care if you the star, especially when the star name is Steph Curry. He don't act like this. If Steph Curry get in line, all y'all fall in line. Well, Draymond different. Well, we're going to treat you different too. Steph ain't going nowhere. If Clay gone, if I'm Draymond, I'm just like, I mean, I don't think I'm that. I think I look good. I don't think I'm that fine. I'm like, if they let Clay go, for whatever reasons, well, however it fell. And Clay ain't there. It's interesting to me. It's just interesting how they allow that. I think it's bad for the sports culture because a lot, especially Golden State, everyone looks up to Golden State and then they look at Steve Kerr and they're like, salute, great coach, former player, all that good stuff. Then they say, oh, Stephen Curry, best teammate, best ambassador you could ask for, right? Only gets in trouble when his wife says something and he got to clear it up or clean it up or go to, be a husband. But other than that, he doesn't do anything. It's like insane. But then Is it Dre? Is it Dre? That's what they say every single motherfucking day. It's like, Draymond, what are you doing? Undermining. Steve Kerr, I know. Ooh, I need to have a drink with Steve Kerr. That's what need to happen. Yep. I get you real. Okay, tell me this. Do you agree with Shaquille O'Neal as y'all beat it up in the comments? Draymond know the end is near for him in Golden State. The only safe one is Curry, and you can tell by the look Curry gave that he tired of it. Well, he been giving that look for years. But yeah, J-Mo D, you're right. Sir Alexander says Draymond should have been traded. Can't act like Rodman if you can't put up Rodman numbers. Yeah, real spit. Real spit. It's wild out here in these streets. I'm not even going to read this long because I don't want to spend too much time on it. Shaquille O'Neal says there are only 3 people in the GOAT debate. Beat it up in the comments which 3 you think. I'm not even going to spend time on that. Which 3? I couldn't believe he said the 3 that he said. If you're going to say it can only be 3 players, beat it up in the comments which 3. Obviously Jordan. Obviously, I think LeBron, but even I had to say I think because I know how y'all act, but y'all acting crazy. All right, so Jordan, LeBron, and he said Kobe. And I was like, he didn't say Kareem? If we have to do 3, if we have to only do 3, even though Shaq has been slighted before and he felt like, yo, you ain't going to say my name? You ain't going to talk about the GOAT? You ain't going to talk about Shaquille O'Neal? Shaquille O'Neal. like, you know, if it would have ended different for Shaq, maybe he would have been in the GOAT conversation. But the point is, only those 3? Like, you can't have that conversation. Seriously, if you're not going to put some respect on Mr. Abdul-Jabbar, Mr. Alcindor. Seriously, we're not doing that. Okay? I'm not kicking nobody out. I'm just putting somebody else in. 2 bunk beds. We got to have a foursome. LeBron, Jordan, Kobe, Kareem. Stop putting people over Kareem is my point. Okay? I just don't get it. But people want to keep going there, and they want to keep saying it. All right. Tell me which tradition is better. Okay, we're going to have a competition real quick before we get out of here on some deeper stuff. We got to talk a little street culture. Got to go there. Tell me which one is better. There's 2 celebrations. Which one you like more? It's pretty obvious. You know you're bored when you live in them kind of places. They do that because they feel like that. In LA, after the game, I wish you would pull that. All you hear is cars go, Arr! That's sick. That's sick. Feel like it's 1426 BC. Feel like I'm Slavic. It's like, oh, come on. Don't mess with the NFL. Don't mess with us, dog. We don't play them games. Get them little 20,000 people out of here, boy. We got 80,000 strong going, show. That was sick. That got me hyped. I was like, I got a little competition. So beat it up in the comments. Duh, which one was better? Okay, now, this is my last topic that's real, and then we're going to get up out of here with some Christmas love, okay? Real spit. This is ignorance at its finest. This is the stuff I had to grow up and deal with. Y'all got to chip in. Give me some super chats. You know why? I need better internet. Steele Robinson said we're going to have to get Wiley some better internet. For real. It's a problem. I'm in the basement. Maybe that's part of it. I don't know. I'm underground. Batman, he had internet. No, that ain't it. Iron Man was in the basement. He had internet. Something ain't happening. Oh, well. Listen to this. All right. You know on this show we do sociology. We do sports. We do sports media. We do sociology. Right? We're going to talk about the patterns and behaviors of life. And we're going to use sports as a fun way to learn life lessons. And this is some ignorance I had to grow up with, and now it's coming again, and it's manifesting, and it's crazy.
Niggas, I'm telling you, leave the streets alone, because I'm going to get at you. On par route.
He does have a point, though. Why does it have to be this huge dichotomy?
Because, nigga, you ain't got the right rank of respect to have this conversation. Go find a circle,
Whack,
square
you
niggas.
yourself say that we have to let this stuff go.
But what you're
And
not
if you're
gonna
say
do,
that it's for the
what you're
kids,
not gonna do,
where does it start?
is shit on a lot of these niggas that died.
I'm not shitting
and
on
talk
anybody.
crazy because a nigga will slap the shit out of you
How am
and
I
take
shitting
your
on-
manhood
how am I
and one of them
shitting on somebody?
institutions
How am
while
I-
you
but
holler in the
whack,
streets.
but whack, how am
You
I
can't
shitting on
handle
somebody?
it.
But how am I shitting on somebody? Who am I disrespecting?
Because you talking about niggas' brains and all this shit.
What you
and
mean?
brain power and niggas. Fuck all that.
Bro, because it's a pretty
Niggas
simple
got the
message
power to
understand.
get rid of your brains.
But why
That's
wouldn't you
fine.
say? Wouldn't
That's
you
fine, but kill that shit,
plenty
bro.
of black people have died for the progress of
Fuck
black
all
people.
that. Blacks, Mexicans, Asians, everybody in the streets. It ain't just one race.
Okay, so what are you saying?
What
what's
I'm
your
saying
thesis
is
statement?
this.
Help me understand what you're
What
trying
I'm
to tell
saying
me.
is you're not gonna sit here and just shit on the streets.
I'm not shitting on the streets.
Right? In front of a street, I'm a street nigga.
I'm not shitting on the streets.
That's where I come from.
I haven't said anything bad
Right?
about
You're
the
not gonna do that and not get smashed.
Bro, you
will get smashed.
Bro, you're trying
There's
to
some
make
street
it seem
niggas
like
out
I'm
there.
disrespecting everybody when you have
You're
the
not gonna
same message as
disrespect.
me.
No, I say the kids. But when you get to talking about
But aren't
these
the
niggas
kids
in the
living
streets
in the
ain't
list,
got
though?
no brains,
I
and
didn't
these
say
niggas
that.
in the.
I
I
didn't
know
say
some
that.
niggas in the streets that'll do some other shit with you.
It's a lot of people that are smart
Boss.
in the streets and understand this message and understand that we got to move past this.
We know that.
How much
But
are we gonna start?
What you're gonna
how
do?
long are we gonna keep
What you're gonna do is
self-inflicting-
refrain from the fuck the streets. Do we need to improve? Yeah. Fuck the streets.
To be fair, Ricky didn't start
If
the
you
fuck the
say,
streets
if you
movement.
say, do you
We're
say
not-
the streets are dead? Do you say the streets are dead?
From where I come from and what they are today, absolutely.
So if you're saying,
But you don't know what I mean,
is the
though.
difference? No,
But
no.
what do I mean
Okay,
by
then-
that?
Then explain it to me. Explain it.
You
to
don't
me
know
in
what
your
I mean
words.
by
No,
that.
Explain it to me in your
Because
words.
you
so I can
wasn't
understand
around
what
to
your dialogue.
know once upon a time a nigga could walk in the projects and in 3 hours move 5,000-10,000 dub for dub. You can go over here, do this. Everything was going on. It was real money flowing through there. You couldn't drive down a lot of these streets, these known streets, Rosecrans, Slauson, Crenshaw, these known streets, you couldn't drive down them if you wasn't from over there. You get your ass blocked in, snatched out, and won't make it out of there.
Can I ask
so
you something
when
though,
you
right?
can drive everywhere, stop light for light, ain't no money flowing through what it is. You got a lot of niggas that's dope fiends, a lot of niggas moving out. Yeah, the streets from what they were to what it was today is definitely dead. The streets wasn't meant to be a church. Nigga, it was a place of survival.
Okay, so when people are saying that, when people are saying, quote unquote, fuck the streets, this is the moment, right? And we already have said
These are not people.
Listen, we've already
These is
said
niggas
the
that got
streets are
caught
dead.
telling.
Then we've already said the streets are dead. So if you know a company is failing, why are you going to keep investing money in it on an annual basis, on a monthly basis, if you know that company is not profitable anymore?
Are you calling the streets a company?
Yes, I'm calling it a company because you were talking about money. You can move 20, 50,000 through the projects and everything was cool. So let's talk about the money sense.
So here goes the
So
thing.
the streets, people aren't
First
getting out.
Whoever's next to him ain't comfortable with this conversation. He like, Lord, I just came here for the raps.
Ball, none of these niggas, all these niggas is just rappers.
Let me get a poll in the chat. Ricky
all
or
these,
Wack in
all
this
these
conversation.
niggas is just rappers, for one.
But
But these are rappers that prostituted the streets to become who they are today with their fan base. So now you violated and got caught, and people holding it against you, and now it's fuck the streets. When Thug got out, he was pushing the streets until that recording came out, and it fucked him up. Now it's fuck the streets.
Blah, blah, blah. There's so many layers, so many lanes, so many issues going on right there. Okay. Let's talk about it from the high to the low. The high is, as we've been discussing on this show, because you know my affinity for rap music and for rappers and for the whole industry at large, because I DJ. Y'all see the turntables right behind me right there. DJ runs my name. Jam Master J is his. He's DMC. It's like that, and that's the way it is. I love rap. I will admit that rap is like my grandma. Remember that story I told you guys? Where I had to be the one to say, let grandma go. Her blood wasn't red anymore. It was almost clear. Remember that moment like yesterday. And I'm looking at rap like, y'all own one. Because we saw it coming when it got prostituted, like he said. It got prostituted because the street dude said, hey man, I can make words at the end of a sentence rhyme. And no matter what I'm saying between them, subject and predicate, who cares? Just as long as they rhyme and get off these streets and get there. And this whole streets is dead movement is coming from some individuals who caught themselves in some peculiar circumstances, right? Incentive-shaped behavior, obviously. And when they get into these circumstances, they incentivized to change how they roll, how they move, how they act, how they talk. So now all of a sudden they saying something different. They switching up. What? Well, you would never, nobody ever was authentically street. Okay? Got to remember what street is. He just said it. It's survival. Nobody wakes up and says, all I want to do is survive. No one's married to survival. We're all trying to find and get in love and get in a relationship and get married to thriving. Not surviving, thriving. So street dudes, as much as they can intimidate you because of the fear that they have, because they don't think they got any more, they don't think they could do any better, and they can always go to violence because they can't out-talk you, out-think you, outmaneuver. It's got to always be something that's threatening. I get all the tricks. And it's scary. Look, I got kids, I got family, I got it all, right? And I still talk to the homies like, dog, ain't nobody scared. Look, I don't want it to happen, but that's different than being scared. But I know who is scared. Somebody who's saying they love the streets. Because you don't even know what love is, because you can't love that. That ain't yours. That culture ain't yours. That was leftovers. That's survival. Just get through the day. And I know too many dudes who really from it, you know, who really act like, you know, they triple OGs. I know them. 10 toes down. With the fingers, 20 down. And still want to get out of there, want mobility. You know, they truck driving. You know, they're trying to get that 9 to 5. They're trying to get that gig. They're trying to find a way. Nobody wants that. And that's the fear that I smell on anybody when they're talking about the streets and the love and loyalty and how it moves. And I'm like, dog, can we get past some of the incentives and lucrative moments of the streets and talk about what you really want? What you really want is to thrive. You don't want to survive. You know? Street dudes. I grew up, the best thing that happened to me was the worst thing that happened to parts of my family. It was, I didn't grow up with brothers, I grew up with uncles. So when you grow up with uncles, a little older than even your brother would be typically. So I had older uncles and they were winning in the streets. You know, I look back at these pictures, I'm like, man, I had some triple OG ass uncles. Like, you know, they had the rollers in their head, they got the blue Cutlass, they just riding, just Regals, Nissan trucks, and just banging. Like, and I'm in the picture with them just smiling, like I got a football in my hand, like, and they over there like, what? Two different worlds in the same place though. But then I got cognizant. Then I got aware, like, I want my life to be what? And I'm looking up, my first thought, my first step, my first landing spot was my uncles. Man, I'm about to cry. All right, so I'm looking at my uncles, and my one uncle was a bodybuilder. And I was like, I want to like him. He in shape, and I'm playing sports, and he in shape like that. I mean, a real bodybuilder. I was like, damn. But he wasn't even really in the streets. He was in the streets for the ladies, but it's still the streets. That derailed him. Had another uncle. And this uncle was more chill, just always about his business. To a T every day. But I knew his inner workings. I knew his dynamic. I knew what he was going through with his kid. I knew what he was going through with his lady. And I kept hearing it through the walls. I'm at grandma's house and I'm like, I'm here, uncle. This ain't adding up. You the man out there. I mean, never a wrinkle on the pro club. Never. Like, you know what I mean? The car stayed washed. A little hollow though. Had another uncle. All up in it. Lieutenant, ready to roll. They had friends. And they all used to love me because they was like, dawg, it wasn't even like, we gonna protect you. Never heard that. We gonna protect you, look out for you. Nobody gonna mess with you. It wasn't that story. It was this story. You are family. Everybody ever mess with you, let us know. Move on. Now keep balling. They doing their thing, I'm doing my thing, but I'm always glancing like, because you know, you start getting a little older and that testosterone kicked in that, you know, we talked about, and you start trying to show you tough. And one of the outlets of showing you tough is the streets. I had homies starting to veer off. Used to be my fullback, used to be my running back, used to be my quarterback, used to be my tight end. Now, what up, boy? What up, boy? I'm like, you're not scaring me, dog. Like, one, what? Two, come on. But go ahead. Go ahead. They running with it. Then all of a sudden, wop, wop, he gone. Wop, wop, he gone. Wop, wop, he locked up. Wop, wop, he ain't happy. Meanwhile, I can't even do any counseling. I'm no better position than you. I'm just in a different lane. We on the same track. Because I don't want to survive. I want to thrive. And I'm no goody two-shoe either. Y'all my dogs, but dang, what are y'all chasing? You're going to win that game and lose because ain't no prizes at the end. I'm just looking at them. One by one, sniped. One by one, losing to that survival mechanism. And then the craziest thing is, as I heard recently, when hell is your home, when hell is your home, how does homecoming feel? And then the cycle continues. And I'm like, dog, didn't you learn from that? It's amazing too, because those are people you love, grew up with, rep with, roll with, rock with, but a different bandwidth. So I stopped. Remember I told you guys, I've been out of the dumb and smart categories. I've been out of that. I'm into enlightenment. I think some people are enlightened. Yeah, there's different levels of intelligence within that. I get it. But I think there's just enlightenment. That's why I'm so into exposures and experiences. Because I swear, some of these cats that be saying that, you know, they hug in the streets and survive and survival. Man, if they really could wrap their mind around, conceive and believe in the thrive mentality, they certainly would achieve. But instead, while they're caught in between or stuck at the bottom of that, just trying to survive, they will prostitute, perpetuate ignorance. And all I want you to do, if you're an adult or an itty bitty out there, is know the difference. And the only thing that's going to save you is enlightenment. The only thing that's going to help you is exposure. The only thing that's going to take you somewhere is those experiences. Take your body somewhere, take your mind somewhere. No matter where your body goes after that, your mind will always be there. Don't let these people tell you to stop acting like you want more. What you gonna always be a? No, you ain't, unless you think you are. You ain't gonna always be stuck. You ain't gonna always be down. You ain't gonna always be an N-word unless you think you are. And that was the key to all those that I knew. I look at that same team picture, and not all of them dead, and not all of them just survived, and not all of them thrived. But I can draw a through line between all those who made it, made dreams a reality, how they got there. In commonality, they all did the same thing. Stop thinking they just gonna survive and start thinking they're gonna thrive. We got too many examples in the world of sports, too many examples in the world of entertainment for us to be still hugging them streets that we rent. I grew up off of Palmer, Barron, Slauson, Edgemar. Come on, man. Come on now. Do better. All right, let's end on a better note than the ignorance of the streets. Oh, man, because nobody raised their hand to be there. Come on, man. Nobody raised their hand to be an underdog like that. Come on. Is this right? Top 10 running backs all time. Barry Sanders, Walter Payton, Emmitt Smith, Jim Brown, Adrian Peterson, LaDainian Thompson, Marshall Faulk, Derrick Henry, O.J. Simpson, Terrell Davis. Is this right? If not, beat it up. Tell me the order. Tell me. Now, I know they got number one right. Number two, Walter Payton, second best running back ever. Okay, this is where I got a little bit of an issue. AP was not better than LT, was he? And that's sick, but was he? No. And Marshall, whoa, no. You got to bring them two together. And I can give you LT over Marshall, even though that's, Jesus. But you got to bring them together. I think they go above and bring AP under there. Then Derek, OJ, Terrell. I think that's it. 6 and 7 got to go up to there. Okay? That's how I see it. And you take it from there. Okay. Last but not least, man, thank you guys for rocking with your boy. Love you guys. A very, very, very Merry Christmas from the Wiley family to you and yours. Seriously. I'm not going to film tomorrow unless I do. I don't know. Wake up on Christmas morning. I think my itty bitty is going to be too hype, and we're going to be at it, right? So love for you guys. Have an amazing day. Hey, shoot for the stars. You know what I mean? And don't run out of bullets. Keep shooting. Love y'all. Peace.
It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole.